Hello guys, Sathanan here on the Daily Grind. This is Command and Conquer Rivals, and patch 1.3 is already out, and it brings a lot to the table, making the filming and recording of videos a lot more enjoyable for us content creators, because now it's easier to show what actually happened during our matches, and I'm going to show you my plays for today. Here we are. So let's start. There are no balance patches in this update. They just released the laser drones for the Brotherhood of Nod, and this replay enhancement where it shows on both sides of the screen what the Tiberium count for every player was. As always, I'm not going to be doing any play-by-play because this is I record this several hours after I actually played, so I don't remember most of what happened. I'm just going to comment to you that I'm in Masters 3 and already working my way through Masters 2, and this is a neat addition. You can actually see what both players were seeing on their screens through the fog of war, or you can choose to see the whole battlefield. So I'm going to start recording my gameplay with just my side of the battlefield. I don't know if there are people cheating in this game right now, because once they release this patch where you can actually see what the Tiberium count is on the other guys, I haven't run into any match where I'm suddenly flooded with enemy units. Hasn't happened single time, and I just record my 10 fights for the bounties. Let me increase the speed a bit. But I play a lot more sometimes if I feel like it. I still don't understand why they won't let us have grind for money, not for experience, but grind for coins, because coins currently are the bottleneck when improving your units. There's just not enough coins to upgrade all of your units. And I would like to remind you that I bitch and moan on the forums a lot, because I feel this game has the potential to be a very big game, but sometimes it's just not fun. Levels are just too important, no matter what other content creators say. Levels, the unit levels, weigh too much most of the time. And you will see through several of my matches, I don't know if it's my phone, I don't know if they have a different upgrade level than I do, but I feel the enemies in most of my matches are way too tanky. Like their units can withstand a lot of damage, a lot more damage than mine. I feel that way. But when you have a same level army and everything is back to who can outplay who, for example, this game was mostly shenanigans. My deck was just not built to deal with jump jet troopers, and I still won. But it was mostly shenanigans. Like for example, this one, the guy. This is one of the new challenge battles where you will get a challenge battle if the enemy is fielding a unit you don't have yet unlocked. It doesn't matter if uh, you actually have the unit. They have to field at least a unit you don't have unlocked. So, for example, if you're a lower level and you're facing a North player, you will get a challenge battle if it's before level 9, I believe. And afterwards, it's any unit, be it GDI or not, that you don't have unlocked. But if you have already unlocked, say, what's an early unit? Obviously not the scarabs. The scarabs are level 44, I believe. So you will be getting a lot of challenge battles if somebody feels the scarabs and you are lower than level 44. That guarantees that you will get a challenge battle. By the way, I hate this map. My deck is just not built to travel fast. For some reason, the rocket boogie is very, very slow on my phone. Because I have seen other people's videos and the boogies are way, way faster than this. I end up losing this fight because I cannot secure the platforms in time. The other guy has just so much better mobility. But yeah, right now, with the introduction of this patch, of this game update, if the enemy is higher level than you and he feels a unit that you don't have yet unlocked, you will be rewarded with a challenge battle. So even if you are both around the same unit level, you will get a challenge battle, so it won't feel as bad. And that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Um, I'm mostly making these videos because I don't want people to believe that I just complain because I don't win or because I'm stuck at a lower level. Don't misunderstand me. I like this game a lot, or I will have already stopped playing it. But it has issues. And I maintain that for every game, it doesn't matter if the game is good, you have to acknowledge any issue that you may have with the game, be it a technical issue, like the game is buggy, the game has technical limitations, your hardware is not good enough to run the game correctly. That's something that has to be addressed by the developer most of the time. And in this game, I moan and complain, but I also give credit where it's due. This patch improved a lot of things for me. The game runs better than it has in the past for me personally, but I still feel that the developer should disclaim that certain hardware configurations, specifically Huawei cell phones, have problems with this game, and several big problems, real problems, and very noticeable problems. The screen ratio makes it real hard to click on the hexagons correctly, and this is something that it's not a perception or a personal issue. This is something that it's well documented at least on Reddit. And my complaint with that is that, yeah, I know Huawei is currently banned in the United States, but the developer didn't release this game just for the United States. It released globally, and as such, I feel that they should fix this because Huawei is very very strong, and I believe it's happening on some Chinese brands and some other non-Chinese cell phones. So this has to be addressed by the developer swiftly and in time. This game is officially out of beta, so there's absolutely no excuse to keep the game working badly for people who don't have other brands of phones. But yeah, there has been a lot of corrections. They are noticeable. I can attest that the game runs smoothly now, at least on my hardware. So there is improvement in that regard, and I have to give kudos to the developer because you also have to take into consideration when it's an independent developer, when it's a small studio, when it's a new game studio, even if they are not indie, but they are new. They have recently started making games. Some of these things are forgivable. Like if it's a game that's maintained by two people or three people, then there's very few that they can do because they lack the resources and whatnot. I'm watching this, and that was completely. I was getting outplayed at every step in this game, and I only won because jump pad shenanigans. Yeah, when it's a game by a small developer, when it's a game that has 4 or 5 people as the entire staff, you can forgive certain things, even if they charge for them. But even so, this game still has Wi-Fi problems. I'm on this side. I'm on this side. Uh, and this game doesn't have that. I don't know if it's 5 people. I don't know if it's 10 people or 20 or 40 that are working in this game. But it's from a big publisher. So they certainly can afford to pay the guys enough money to take care of the technical stuff. So maybe it's their first portable game in a portable operating system, but it's certainly not lacking experience making games. And they can improve, and the proof is that they have already fixed several things while still not fixing others, like the Wi-Fi problem. This game, for some reason, is very wonky on Wi-Fi when you play it on your cell phone or your tablet. Uh, Apparently, it doesn't happen when you play on your computer, but like I have said in the past, if I'm going to be playing this game, which is a portable game, on my PC, then I will be playing Command and Conquer 3 or its expansion or generals or something else. But I want this to be playable on the go because it's amazing that you have a game with this deep gameplay. The game is deceptively simple. It has deep gameplay. It favors a skill when both players' units are around the same level. We'll say an average of half a level difference, then it can pretty much go either way depending on the deck build. But for the most part is very fair. The problems start when one of the two players has an average level difference of above 2. But that's another discussion for another video. Let me increase the speed because this is taking too long. And now, talking about the improvements on the replays, this was very welcome because this gives you a lot more information. It discloses the full deck that the enemy was using because sometimes you are not able to field the the units that you have, and you can only see after the match. But now that you can see how much Tiberium each player has in real time at the moment that the plays were taking place, it's easier to judge where you went wrong and where you messed up because as you can see, as soon as you have enough Tiberium to build a unit, that unit lights up in the panel and you can see if the Tiberium goes down and how long it takes. So victory from victory.
Establishing battlefield control.
And it has helped me improve a bit my gameplay. I'm not a very good player for this, mostly because I have to adapt mentally. I'm a grown man. I'm 40 years old. It's been, even though I have been gaming for most of my life, I'm used to the other games. I'm not young anymore. That's a reality of life. It's not something that is going to change with just practice. Like, yeah, I can adapt, but it takes time for me. I just want to see. I just want you to see that I can have some inspired moments where I actually outplay people. Outside of that, getting back, that's also one of the reasons I tend to wander off a lot. It's somewhat hard for me to stay focused at my age. If you notice on the lower side of the screen, it tells you just how long the refresh was for building units. So you don't have to guess anymore why they were able to build so many units so fast and whatnot. You can see how much money the other guy had, how much money you had, what your population at the moment was, and it helps you judge if your decisions were the correct ones. And this one.
Establishing battlefield control.
So this is pretty huge. I have yet to try. They introduced to the tournaments, but I think they don't let you use any level. The level cap is going to be 5 again if you choose to play with capped units. I don't know why this is. I don't know why they can let us choose. Let's say if both have a minimum of level 8 units, why can't we cap at level 8? If both players have level 11 units and above, why can't they cap at level 11? I don't know why this is, but I think it's something that it's not contemplated. But so far, it looks very very good. That you are no longer tied. I don't know if I uploaded that video. I was ranting about it. It doesn't help you as a player to just play your alliance teammates, because what it's okay if you are in a highly competitive alliance, like for example Ascendance, that has many great players that are in the top leaderboard. Playing amongst them helps them. For the lower level teammates, see again, jump pad shenanigans. Even though my units were worse and weren't built to deal with that, I feel this is still something that has to be addressed. But anyways, you are no longer forced to play only your teammates. You can now start a tournament, and that was something that I was wondering. The game is called Rivals, yet you cannot directly challenge anybody to talk your problems out. Like you can't issue a challenge to see who is better, and that's something that for example in the fighting game community is easier to showcase who is right or wrong about any game theory that people might have, because you can always challenge directly the other player and and go toe to toe. And if somebody is talking crap about you or your gameplay, then you can immediately answer in the hardest language there is, that it's winning against somebody who is talking crap about you. And I always wondered, even though the game is relatively new, why you couldn't, because you still aren't able to actually challenge someone directly. You have to make a tournament and give your personal code and issue an open challenge to anybody. But it's a step in the right direction, because now you're able to play people outside your own alliance, and that is what will help people improve their gameplay, because at least now you can control some variables. Like you can, well, outside of the unit level that is capped at 5, but say for example, you can set the tourney to only basic units. Nobody's going to play with tech, or you can issue a challenge. I would like to see that, for example, in a newer patch, that you will issue a challenge for only tech building, only air, only armor, only infantry, and see who is more creative with their deck. And I would love I would love, because I don't feel this is a technical limitation. This is a game design choice. If they opt, sorry, if they opt the deck count to 8 units to bring forth more well-rounded armies, I feel that is missing from this game. Anyways, thanks for your time. Those were my 10 plays for the bounties. I include the defeats because I am not yet a top level player. I don't feel like I will be challenging the top 100, but I'm still pretty capable, and I feel that I'm able to criticize the shortcomings for this game. So I thank you all for your time. I invite you to subscribe if you like the channel, leave a comment. I read all the comments and try to answer them in the shortest notice possible. And I invite you to return again. We'll be seeing each other next time. And in the meantime, keep grinding on.